From the great state of Texas, you are now listening to Skip the Noise podcast, a Rounded Edge media production. Thank you so much for joining us. And by us, of course, I'm referring to Rick, a.k.a. the Brown Python, Ben, a.k.a. Mexican Nostradamus, and myself, Benji, the backwards alphabet, here for another tremendous episode of Skip the Noise podcast. Shout out to Mike Tacklebox for the music. Unfortunately, once again, I will not be joining the crew. So you've got Mexican Nostradamus and Rick to take you home through the night and give you all the information that you so desire. But like I said, I've got some things going on, and hopefully before too long, I will be back on the program. I do want to thank everybody for all the positivity sent my way. It's much needed. You know, that's the only thing that we can indeed control. Cannot control the world and how fucked up it's getting or anything like that, but you can maintain a positive mental attitude. So with that, I will pass it along to the fellas. Have a great night.
So the gerbil went missing and we couldn't find it anymore.
Well, I just don't understand why there's lube all over the floor. Like, how are you going to successfully do anything if the whole floor was covered in lube? I don't get it.
I mean, I don't even know how that thing escaped. I mean, I'm pretty sure it didn't slip all over the place.
Well, you said the way it was squealing. I mean, it definitely was trying to make room. You know what I'm saying? Well, it wanted to get out of there. I think the Richard Gere nightmares were coming back for that poor thing. It was pretty terrible. Oh shit! Did we hit record?
Are we back? Oh shit, man. Okay. Hey,
hey, you fucking guys, we're back
for another show of Skip the Noise.
Skip the Noise, and we're gonna put it right in there. But no, seriously, welcome back, Skip the Noise podcast. You will be joined today by myself, the Mexican Nostradamus, and the Brown Python, and still on hiatus and definitely perusing the astral planes as we speak is Benjamin James. So want to send thoughts and prayers and just kind of say what's up to our big guy, and he'll be hopefully coming back very, very soon.
Very soon.
Very, very soon. So with that all being said, if you have any weird nightmares or dreams where you see Ben and he's trying to tell you to create a compound, it's him. He's just floating around. I think that's his whole purpose this last couple of weeks, was trying to get that whole, community together so he could create his own master world or something.
You know what happened to him? He he was doing those Instagram promos.
Yeah.
He became too big for Instagram. Now he's in the astral realm.
I'm pretty sure
what he's doing.
He's
telling people mentally in their dreams to listen to Skip the Noise podcast.
He fucking ascended, bro. He ascended beyond. I mean, I didn't even know you could go past Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Neither, man.
I thought that was it.
I didn't know.
He's on astrogram. Like it's insane. It's insane.
He just passed TikTok and just went straight for the astral world. So.
He doesn't even have to reach for the phone. He just reaches through your soul. It's pretty intense. So if you have this dying, burning need to listen to us, please do, because our Benjamin James is on the case. But nonetheless, it's time to enjoy some interesting conversation tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to start up on probably one of the biggest, most polarizing topics in American politics, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's right here in Texas.
Right.
And it's whether the groundhog will see their shadow or not. I think that's what we're talking about, right?
Punxsutawney Phil, he's crazy. He hides, he doesn't hide, he comes out.
Everyone's arguing about it down here. I don't get it.
Yeah, the fucking question I don't understand is how do you know if he sees his shadow or not? It's a fucking it's Punxsutawney Phil.
It's a rat.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big rat. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. So he's a deity we have put on this false pedestal, and we must strike him down in order to repent. But no, all kidding aside, I am talking about the most polarizing topic probably since the late 60s or 70s with the enaction of Roe versus Wade. We are speaking about abortion. With that being said, we are also speaking about how our state, the great state of Texas, is now in full magnification scope of the abortion. I guess you could say odyssey with the way that it's been going through our law since Roe versus Wade. So
they went full outlaw, man. I mean, they went all the way.
He went all in, and I'll come out and I'll say, just to start the conversation, of course, I'm pro-choice. I always have been. I don't, I think, in that respect, a woman's body is a woman's body, and, reproductive choices and things of that nature, I think are, that's not really my realm to tell anyone. And also it's a medical decision at the same time. But with that being said, it is a medical decision. But with that being said, what Texas has enacted is kind of almost scary, right? I mean, the law itself doesn't even use the law to enforce it, but allow citizens to do it. It's kind of like, it's real North Korean like, right? I mean, if you rat on someone, you get paid. It's really kind of jacked, right? I mean,
it's a little scary, but I'll tell you what. Okay, so let me explain my position first.
Yes, yeah. As I was saying, stay your position.
Am I pro-choice or pro-life? I'm more pro-right. Okay, I don't like to see anybody's rights get taken away.
Right.
If it's your right to an abortion, you had that right for 50 years, and then it gets taken away. Anytime that someone takes a right away from you, it is so hard to get back. I mean, at that point, it may require blood to get a right back.
Right.
So I don't like to see rights taken away from anybody for any reason, for whatever,
Right.
So I wish they would have given more rights, and maybe extend, some sort of an abortion right to men too, where, maybe we could commit financial abortion or something, go the Dave Chappelle route.
Financial oh my god!
Hey, dude,
you say, bro.
Hey, man, like, why not? I wish it would have given more rights out instead of taking away rights away.
You hurt my.
But anyway, God, dude.
Keep going, please.
Anyway, the concept of using private citizens to remove rights away is not new, believe it or not. It's not. It's something that has been happening, I want to say, since after Donald Trump won. No, hear me out.
Okay.
You have platforms, private entities removing people's right to freedom of speech from the internet. And whenever that happened, people would say, oh yeah, they took them away from Twitter, they took them away from Facebook and Instagram. Yeah. There were private individuals that took someone's right to free speech away. See, the government didn't take it away because they can't. They depend on private entities to do that.
Right.
So what we're seeing here is the same concept where we have people in the state of Texas, citizens, taking away the rights of women. Isn't that fucked up?
It is fucked up. I think it's and I kind of see where you're going, and I think you're taking more of the libertarian view on this situation, which I respect too, because most libertarians go, we're wasting money trying to tell people what not to do. That's the antithesis of being a conservative, right? Exactly. Personal choice is supposed to be everything. So I get what you're saying. So you're taking a very, like, that's the conservatives that freed slaves. That's the conservatives that did a lot of things that weren't necessarily horrible, right? Because they believed in personal freedom. But this is the antithesis of that, right? This is a completely, I don't know, it's an inane request in a way.
It is. And like I said, you're removing someone's right that they had for the last 50 years. And the way it's being enforced, I mean, being in a business myself for God knows how long already. I mean, if you've ever been part of a lawsuit, it's horrible. It's hell on earth. Imagine having to go through an abortion, making that difficult decision for whatever reason that is, and then having to go through a lawsuit that's going to last, 2, 3, 4 years. Because some jackass decided to bring it up because he has a right to. They want to collect their $10,000 bounty.
Oh yeah, that to me is the most un-American part of this whole conversation, because it's like, whoa, when did we become a country of narcs? Like, when did we become a country of tattletales because we didn't get what we wanted? And no, you're right. It's happening on both sides, but this is kind of showing that side that the right talks about the left all the time, right?
Yeah.
that oh, you guys are crybabies, you're gonna, but this is like, oh, $10,000 lawsuits.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is, I know, I understand the mechanism that they're utilizing, but to this extent, it is taking away freedoms. Like, what's next? So what happens
Guns?
if, oh no, or I hate to say this, no, but for Texas, what's next? Are they going to go after, some other aspect they don't like and allow people to sue you in court?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, imagine if someone like, and this is just purely hypothetical, but let's say someone says, hey, Spanish, you speak Spanish in the state of Texas, someone hears you, they can sue you. Because, there's a lot of that English first thing going on that's been going on in this country for the last 10 years, especially with the rise of Latin Americans in population density. And English first has always been pushed. What happens if they say, oh, if you speak Spanish and someone hears you, $10,000 thing? It's scary. I don't like this precedent. And not just because of the issue, but because it's pretty gross.
And here's the thing, though. I mean, okay, going back to the freedom of speech with, these private entities removing your right. If you don't like someone, what they say, and they remove them from a platform because, if you don't like what they say, that the correct action wouldn't have been like applauding the action, be like, yeah, good thing they took him off, It should have been like, hey, don't take him off. We will debate his comments in public, but don't take away his right. You see, I don't have to tell you whether or not I agree with abortion. The fact that they took somebody's right away is scary.
Yeah.
And I will defend the person to have that right again, because they're going to come for us next, us conservatives.
Well, I think
else.
It comes for everybody, right?
They come for everybody. It's a divide and conquer tactic.
Yep.
You see, these lizard politicians,
yep.
they're not right, they're not left, they're not blue, or they're not red.
Yep.
What they are is they're
green.
divide and conquer.
They're green as fuck, bro. I mean,
yeah, they're green.
They're the lizards. They don't give a shit about anyone but themselves and taking care of their own bullshit. So that's why I'm saying these particular topics and the way that they're being dealt with over, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but this is a religious issue, right? This is a concept that's totally different than most people perceive it as. It just doesn't belong in this, and no one really belongs in this conversation. And what we're doing is pretty gross. And yeah, man, I mean, I agree. That's the one thing that I wish you would see more in the Republican Party is that libertarian ethos. Like, yeah, does it cost money? Yeah. Oh, then we don't want to do it. Is it keeping you from being happy? Yeah. Oh, well, that's not good. Like, we're not going to, you know what I'm saying? And you're not seeing that. And right now you got religious conservatives just going nuts. Just going nuts. Just going nuts. Well, think about it. It's horrible.
It is horrible. But you know what happens is, the left takes away the rights, freedom of speech. You can't say certain things on YouTube. You can't say certain things on Twitter. You'll get banned.
Right.
Okay. Now the lizards have come for the left. They took a women's right for abortion. And each side is cheering this on. Like, dude, they're taking away our rights. All of us as a people.
Oh, yeah. It's sad. It's sad. It's gross. It's
a divide and conquer tactic. Stop cheering for the removal of rights.
Yes.
The left should stand up for the rights, the left should stand up for the rights, right to say whatever the hell they want to speak. And the people who are the true conservatives should stand up for abortion rights, for the women's right to choose. Because you know what? This was not done in a legal manner. This was not done in a way that's consistent with the way you pass a law. How are you going to let the public bring on lawsuits for someone's medical decisions?
Horrible.
I mean, if I wanted to get a nose job, they're going to come for me now because
they are.
Nose jobs are illegal.
I'm
defacing God's image of me or something. I mean, where does it end?
Dude, you got me. I mean, I agree completely, but we're currently in that atmosphere, right? That's the atmosphere we're in. And so now people don't realize that what happens if one day, they say being Christian is outlawed or doing things. People really need to think about what they're doing. And with this particular law, the lawsuit proportion of it was just a sick way to enforce it. And I understand. I understand no one likes abortion. No one really likes abortion, right? But the difference is some people want to let people make decisions on their own for themselves. And you have other people who think that, that they can tell them whether or not they can or cannot do it. And it's just, it's pretty messed up, because you see the right using the pro-choice, like my body, my choice ethos in all their marchings about the vaccines. But what I'm saying? It's just,
and then for them to cheer this on, it's kind of hypocritical. It's very hypocritical.
It's just very confusing. And I think the way that this is going down, I think, what are we going to do? We're going to force women to cross state lines to get abortions, and to make it a worse experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it's already, imagine, like you said, imagine being in that position. I mean, it's already a tough enough situation. And it's already something that will make you sad. And so in the end, it's just, I think it's just the grossest thing we're doing right now. It's just gross. It'd be ashamed of what, and you know what? Abbott's an asshole. He pushed for this. That's the kind of person he is. Give me a regular conservative that's not going to try to become president. That's what he's doing. We all know what he's doing.
Though, like, why? I mean, think about it. He's going after a very vulnerable population.
Oh, yeah.
He is. Oh, if a woman needs an abortion for whatever reason, she's thought about it. This is not a form of birth control. This is some legitimate reason in her head that we cannot comprehend, nor should we ask. But he went after a very vulnerable population. I don't know. I don't get it. Why? Do something heroic. Go after corporations. Go after people who aren't paying their employees. Go after something that's noble.
No, man. He has to appease that religious conservative component in that party. And so he doesn't care. I mean, the same thing with, and not to bring it back up or to switch any topics, that we're still staying on this abortion concept, but the whole gun bill.
Yeah.
He just went full stupid on everything. You never go all in on everything. Like if someone says, oh, I think Demolition Man, awesome movie. What's his name? He's comedian, right? No, it's comedian, white guy with red hair, rants all the time. Was that movie The Ref?
Carrot Top?
No. He's he's in the movie The Lab. Oh, hold on. What's his damn name? Hold on. The Ref. I have to look this up. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we have to look this up. Ref.
Oh my goodness. You're actually going to look it up?
I'm looking it up because Dennis Leary.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yes, now I'm fucking lost in space and what I was saying. Yeah, now I'm over. Now I've completely forgot where I was going with that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, well, Dennis Leary came up for no goddamn reason. That's awesome.
Do like Dennis Leary though. He's pretty fucking awesome. Anyways, back to whatever topic I was making before this lost mind snafu. What do you think? So what do you think of the federal government's? They made a veiled message regarding this, saying that Biden has said he has contacted the FBI and the United States Attorney's Office, district offices out here, and instructed them to help them whatever way possible within the scopes of the federal law. So how is that going to work?
Well, okay. So the reason that they allowed civil action on abortions is because they can't alter the criminal code. So what did they do? They alter the civil code.
Right.
That's why the Supreme Court couldn't strike it down, because who are you going to bring the case up against?
Yep.
So, Roe v. Wade, you had Roe versus Wade.
Right.
Roe v.
Everybody.
You can't do that. So anyway,
well,
it's really hard for the federal government to enforce this.
I have to disagree slightly with the Supreme Court case.
Yeah,
Not
sure.
that the only thing I would say is even Chief Justice Roberts, who I'm continuously being surprised. No. I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's more conservative than you would think. But I think the role he's playing on that court, he knows is pivotal to maintaining balance. I think I'm telling you, this dude may go down as one of the greatest chief justices ever. No, to mark my words, in history, they're going to see a guy, he may not win much, but he will be a person that will balance a extremely conservative court. And then as soon as it swings back to liberal, he'll go back to his game, because he is really, I think he's really kind of keeping the Supreme Court balance. It's pretty crazy. But anyways, that's the only thing I have to disagree. I think they could have taken it on. And Chief Justice Roberts also argued that in the event that they take it on, it's not necessarily the part of the legality, but rather the extension of Roe versus Wade that they could have applied to this. And so they did have precedent. It's just you have extremely ideological people on the bench. I mean, you've got
you think Brett Kavanaugh?
Yeah, you got Colt Girl, you got Brett Kavanaugh, you got you got Clarence Thomas, who really, he should have been religious. Long Dong Silver, I mean, give me a fucking break. And so
Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, right. Okay. But so
hey man.
But you see what I'm saying?
You do what you gotta do.
I to me it's just whatever. But I think a court could have taken this and did something with it. And I think unfortunately the court is ideological about this issue. So it's gonna be tough.
Yeah. It's good. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. But you know what? I mean, lefties didn't get their way in the Supreme Court, and look how they flew, man.
No,
hey, we've been there. Okay. Well, the Supreme Court doesn't fly a conservative way either.
No,
I mean,
no.
Look what they did with Donald Trump. I mean,
I agree. Well, no. They had to make that decision, or we would have lost the whole government. Like, we would have lost all validity. This whole thing would have went down. But I don't. I think they may actually be a moderate court when it comes to interpretation of the law. They won't be, what's it called? I don't know. They won't be like trying to reinterpret every law, but I think that they'll balance some of the laws. But when it comes to this ideological shit, I think we have problems.
You know, this whole thing with, I've been thinking about it a lot, actually, how how Texas politics has turned so far to the right. I mean, it's too much even for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
It told you.
Like this whole gun thing. Like, everyone can carry guns. It's scary, dude. Like, have you seen how many shootings have been on the freeway?
Oh, it's been
this
nuts.
is even before the law.
Oh, dude, it's gonna go gangster. I mean, people,
it's gonna get worse.
Keep their guns on the outside of the car so they can get them to them quicker. I mean, it's
exactly.
Nuts.
I mean, there's that, and then this abortion thing is just it was done incorrectly, man. It's scary. It may just convince me to either not vote or look for a conservative Democrat.
That is what. Okay, so it's funny you're bringing that up, because that's what Rogan had a podcast today. He recovered from COVID, so he had a podcast with another really good comedian. But that's one thing he said is this is going to cause and make conservatives vote for a Democrat.
Yeah.
Because this is just too ridiculous. Like, he said that about the gun and the abortion thing. He goes, this will be enough to push, conservatives to say, fuck it. This dude's lost his mind. I just need to get him out of here, and then we'll vote out the Dem later. But we got to get this guy out of here. So it's funny to see you say that, because you're like, well, shit, we can't have complete pandemonium.
No, we can't, dude.
And that's
maybe vote for a conservative Democrat, maybe a Republican legislature, have a good balance of power, because right now it's so skewed to the right. Yeah. I mean, I'd hate to see that pendulum swing fully the other way. I don't want to see a Democrat legislature and governor. That's fucked up too. They're going to turn this place into California.
Well, I don't think that. Well, I don't think we're in that's ever going to happen. But the governorship, I just don't think so either. I don't see that. Texas Republicans need to be very realistic with themselves at this point. Yeah. It's like, do you want to pay less taxes and keep Texas a business friendly place, and all the while trying to give people freedoms? Or do you want to play like your God and play all this other type of weird, stuff. So, it's a very big choice, but I think it will push independents to the left for sure. I think independents are now going, fuck this. Like, this is silly. This is ridiculous. So I think, I just don't see the numbers though. It would have to be someone massive. It would have to be like it'd have to be, first, we all have to agree, it'd have to be a Latin American, a real one, not just some guy who fucking comes up with a Spanish Latin name or nickname to try to sound more Latin. I think it'd have to be a Latin American. Probably a Mexican. They'd have to take someone.
No, Hispanic Americans in politics are way too left, man. I don't know. I wouldn't trust them.
No. What do you mean? There's a lot of Cubanos that are right.
Yeah, that's true. But if we're looking for, I don't think there's conservative Democrat that's Latin.
No, there is.
I don't think that exists.
Some that are Catholic. Yes, it is. There is there, dude. There is there. I just don't know who. I can't think of anyone from the state of Texas who would have that power.
I don't think it exists. I mean,
it's pretty dope. I
think about Latin Americans in politics, and I think like the mayor of LA,
Yeah. Are you thinking
or the mayor of San Antonio or something?
Are you just think of Beto, and you're like, oh, but he's white. What the fuck? Like it's just a, you know what I'm saying? I get it, but there are some conservative Latin Americans. Someone's gonna have to come up here and do it. It's gonna have to be someone big. I mean, it's almost looking more and more funny, but man, what happens if fucking Matthew McConaughey actually pulled it off?
Oh, gee. Now that looks realistic, dude.
Right?
Unfortunately, that looks realistic.
I mean, what happens if a great actor, Dallas Buyers Club, what was that one where he acted
Wolf of Wall Street?
Wolf, yeah, everything he's ever done. Fucking the lawyer, the Lincoln Lawyer. I mean, the dude's been fucking dope.
Dazed and Confused.
Great movie. Good movie. That dragon movie
High School
he did.
Girls.
Yep. I like them. Every year they getting older, they keep staying the same. Oh yeah. But that's another one, right? So, but how fucking funny is somehow the stars align and that motherfucker gets to be the fucking governor of Texas? Because I think Abbott, he's really pushing for. He wants to be like fucking, like, I think all these morons are trying to push to be Trump's vice president. DeSantis and Greg Abbott are trying to kiss and trying to get to that position.
It's almost like who can be more ridiculous, stupidly conservative between DeSantis and Abbott. I mean, it's almost a competition now.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, I can do it more. And it's like, oh my God,
I know,
I outlawed abortion. What are you gonna do? It's like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna kill Mexicans. Oh yeah, I mean,
yeah, pretty much. I mean,
exactly. That's where it's gonna go. I mean, how much more one-upping can you do? I mean, when it comes down to it. So I think at some point we really, and if you're conservative, right, and you probably hate everything I say, but I do, with the utmost respect, have to say, like, when it comes to libertarians and the true ideals of conservatives, this state's lacking that. Like, conservatives, you should be thinking about giving people more freedom, not less. You should be giving people more choices, because ultimately choice is freedom. So I understand everyone has different like feelings about abortion, right? It's not something that there's not one. And I think both sides need to understand nobody loves abortion, right? No one likes it.
Yeah. It's not a topic that.
Yeah. No one fucking likes it. Whether you're liberal or conservative, you don't like it. But you do have to say it's about freedom. And sometimes you have to just ride. You just got to let people live their lives, because if you want people to let you do your thing, like burn tiki torches or whatever it is, at some point you have to understand that it has to go both ways. And, it's a big thing. I just wish conservatives would go back to that route, would become that party that actually balanced this country. And I think, and the same thing with the left. I mean, you can easily say the left at some point, they weren't elitist. They were really about helping the people. But now the left has become this elitist mob of bullshit, which in all reality doesn't really care about anyone but themselves. and they're just writing these genres of wokeness to maintain relevancy, where they gave up to the corporate entities a long time ago. That's really who owns them. So anyways, moving on, talk about voting.
I still want more rights. I still want my marriage act to go through. Okay. My marriage disclosure
that was
act.
The greatest thing I've ever heard. We were laughing so hard that night.
It's true, man. It's very true. We need to have marriage disclosure.
Oh boy.
How are you going to sign away 50% of all your assets when you're fucking 21 years old? You don't know that shit, man. I'm just saying, man. No one tells you this.
The voice you're using when you say this is filled with rage and pain. You need to calm down, bro. Calm down. You're like getting really, really excited.
It's all good, man. It's all good. I
think the claws are coming out.
Smoke a cigarette real quick.
Smoke a cigarette. But so speaking about these craziness, so SB1 went through today, right?
Oh, very nice.
Right. So, what is SB1? SB1 is a voting bill that basically limits everything that Harris County can do to have more voters come. It got rid of 24-hour polling places. It's requiring certain IDs, right? And I think in regards to mail-in ballots and stuff like that, it's cleaned up a lot of the things that supposedly Houston did during this last election.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a purely polarizing thing between both parties right now. Well, because I think, we've talked about this on other occasions, right? That basically, so I'm sorry. Wait, hold on.
Okay, well, here, let's talk about some other things. So you're right. It bans drive-through voting, which, by the way, I used, and I thought that was pretty convenient. I don't know why they had to ban that, but whatever. it is what it is. New regulations for early voting hours. Okay, it bans 24-hour voting. It bans the distribution of mail-in ballot applications. So you have to request an application,
right,
for mail-in balloting. It tightens the rules for voting by mail. It requires an ID for voting by mail. It provides protections for partisan poll watchers. Okay, so that they're not expelled during the counting process like they did in Pennsylvania and Michigan and Wisconsin.
Okay.
All right. And what's that? It establishes monthly checks on voter citizenship.
Right. Okay. So I get that. So that's where I got lost my long grand scheming I was doing a minute ago. This is a dividing, polarizing issue between the left and right. Right. This is about voter inclusion and voter exclusion. We both know technology, right? We both know that ultimately, if we wanted people to vote and do it safely, why can't they just do it online, right? I mean, or do things like that. Whereas the way that they're trying to shape voting and restrict voting access, I just don't understand that concept. Like, why is that okay? Like, shouldn't we want more people to vote?
Yeah, of course, but you want to do it safely. I mean, requiring a voter ID for mail-in ballot is not a bad thing. You want to make sure that the person who is submitting that ballot by mail is actually the person they say they are.
Well, I get those concept, but okay. So, are you going to wear a helmet when you go outside? Is it in the event that 3 out of every 14 million times you go outside, you're going to get hit by a rock? Are you going to wear a helmet every single day because of that?
It depends. It depends. Check this out. Okay. If we got the statistics where, am I going to wear a helmet?
3 out of every 14 million events. Like, if 3 out of every time you go outside, right? Of the 14 million times you go outside through the long haul, 3 of those times you'll be hit by rocks. You really gonna wear a helmet every single time for that?
You know what? I actually might if it's gonna hurt me.
He's so stupid. I could see you walking out with a helmet every day.
At least an umbrella, man.
You know where I'm going with this. You're such a dick. You don't want to ride with it. It's not really that much of a problem. No. If you saw deviations greater than 1%, whoa. but or even 0.5%. But this is infinitesimally small levels of supposed fraud, right?
I mean, yeah, voting by mail, that may be it. But if it's going to establish monthly checks for voters' citizenship, I mean, are we excluding dead people from voting now? Is that something that we're trying to prevent?
Look, I've heard the
I mean,
dead
my grandma voted for Biden, and she's been dead. I mean,
I've heard this. You know what? I've heard this fucking. Oh my god, the dead person voted for me. Bullshit. No, dude, come on.
It cleans up the voter. What,
dude? It's happened. Maybe in the last 40 years, a handful of times.
I don't think so.
Actually happened. Yes,
but
and they always say that person's still on the rolls.
Okay.
Well, of course they're still on the rolls.
Okay,
we don't update shit.
Why wait for something bad to happen to change it? Why not be proactive about it?
Well, because I think if you wanted to be proactive about it, right? Instead, okay, let's say if you want to make something safer, right? Let's say you had the big bad wolf, right? And he keeps huffing and puffing your house down.
Yeah.
And you're building your house out of sticks, and every time it's just more and more sticks, right? But he still keeps beating it. That's what I'm trying to say in regards to what we're talking about with this voting thing, is that in the end, like, let's come up with another way. So the fucking wolf's gonna make a house out of brick. That way it doesn't matter with the sticks. So if you want voting to be more secure, come up with a new way to do it that gives everyone more access. Like, I'm saying it's not a the bipolar answer. Just try to work both of it in to really give true security and include more people. But instead, this is all exclusionary. It's just like, oh, you can't do the 24-hour voting. Well, fuck, I work during the days. You can't do this. You can't do that. It's exclusionary. I just don't believe in that concept. I just think that we need to come up with a new way to vote before we start changing all these rules and having less people vote.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it's kind of odd that they took away drive-through voting. It didn't hurt anybody.
No. But
you put your car in a carport and you vote. What's wrong with that? So that was weird.
It's exclusionary because that's what the Republican Party's been trying to do, man, because they don't want everyone to vote. They don't.
I mean, I get the point to that too. You don't want everybody to vote because you're going to, no. I'm going to tell you why. You don't want the lowest common denominator, the lowest informed person to go in and vote, because you're going to get someone like Biden.
No, or okay. Trump. How did Trump get elected? Really? Do we need to talk about
what?
Okay. No.
Okay, what?
Hold on. No. Stop. Don't do it. Don't do it. I want you to swear on your kids' lives. Okay?
Yeah.
Who has a higher IQ? A Trump voter or a Biden voter?
I'm gonna say Trump voter.
Swear. Oh my god.
I'm gonna say Trump
dude,
voter.
You're so committed to this bullshit.
No. I am, dude. Because you know what?
Such a shit. You're such a fucking liar. I love that long pause too. You're like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, it took a while. I'm not gonna lie, but I think a Trump voter. Here's why.
So full of shit.
Here's why.
No, you don't really think that. You don't.
Trump actually, he actually made speeches where he lied, and people believed it. And that's what you do as a politician. What did Biden do besides stay in his basement all the time? Okay. And not answer questions from reporters? And how are people able to say that that's a good leader?
Bro, no, dude.
People knew he was in cognitive decline already.
Dude, everyone knew that Trump was, and they were supporting him. Everyone, the grossest example of this just unbelievably stupid blind faith is the Christian community with Trump. Pray for Trump. And I mean, he poses in pictures with an upside down Bible. He starts quoting Bible quotes that don't exist. And when someone asks him about the Bible, he goes, it's a good book. Great book.
Yeah.
Read this book all the time. Yeah. It's just, he has no idea of scripture. He has no idea of anything. He's so full of shit. But Christian conservatives think he's super Jesus Trump. He's
not super Jesus Trump. Okay.
No, so don't start. It's the same type of shit, man.
No,
same shit. Nope. Sorry, dude. Trumpers are fucking stupid.
You had Biden walk off the sidewalk and into some grassy field
Hey.
near the White House. Where the fuck was he going?
Bro, I hate to break this to you, but
What?
but people didn't want Trump so bad that they voted for that fucking meat stick. And guess what? There was enough independents that said, you know what? I'd rather have knowing, not having a party of allegiance, but knowing that they were voting for a fucking chicken drumstick versus Trump. And they still voted for the chicken drumstick. So no, those people were informed.
That's where you and I differ, because I think that
nuts.
You had large amounts of mail-in voting coming from these states. And so the people who the CNN watchers and the Twitter readers and the people who just these assholes who didn't want to see both sides of these issues voted for Biden. You got low-informed voters going in there and just voting because they saw it on TV,
bro,
and because he can.
Oh my God!
I have a ballot in front of me, and what?
Are you reading what everyone wrote about the Trump campaign and what Trumpers do? Are you literally reading that? Like you are,
what are you talking about?
Dude, no one thinks that the liberal voters are less educated at all. Like one of the things that the conservatives say about the liberals is that they're all in their snooty colleges and college professors. Like they talk about education as this, if it's like witchcraft. So,
oh my God,
bro,
no.
Trumpers.
We talk about liberal arts education as it is witchcraft.
You hate education, bro. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that your whole argument's null and void at this point, because you can't even use larger than like what Trump. Every one of his speeches was crafted for what a third grade level.
Yeah, he didn't understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because that's all you guys can understand.
No, because it's
Biden stammers and stumbles, but everyone understands what he's saying.
Nobody understands what he's saying.
Everyone does. You go.
Okay, now I know you're full of shit, man. Nobody knows what he's saying. Not even the White House. Not even the White House transcript knows what he's saying.
Dude, they all know what he's saying. Flims is inaudible. Dude, it's awesome. Everyone knows, but see, when Trump was saying, he had to dumb it down.
You got to speak Bidenese or something. I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Man.
We all liberals can speak at least 2 languages. Trumpers can't even fucking speak their birth fucking language of English. Have you ever heard the horrible incarnations of and the fucking descriptions of everything like verbally from those individuals? Do you not realize how just shitty? Dude, come on. Come on, dude.
There's no way you can say that people who voted for Biden are smart. Bro. No.
Hey, no, I'm not saying they're smart.
That's stupid.
I'm not saying they're smart, but they're definitely smarter than the average Trump voter.
Are you serious?
Quite a bit. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You guys voted for a president that is bringing on inflation, fucked up Afghanistan beyond recognition.
Oh, really? Do I need to mind you? Grab the pussy, huh? Let me pay off the porn star.
How many pussies? Is it just one?
Exactly. No, it's
or was it like a whole lot of them?
All the porn stars he paid off, all of his bankruptcies that he's hiding, and how he's a horrible businessman. No,
I don't care.
That's still
everybody was banking, man. Everybody was banking. Everybody,
him.
yes, except for that's fine. I don't give a fuck. I was making a ton of money.
Yep,
but I know. I'm just saying, Biden is doing a shitty job, and anyone who voted for him is a fucking dumbass fuck.
Dude, I voted for him. I voted for him on the stupid dumbass fucker. But no, I get you. It's but in the end, right? Is Biden a good president? I'm not saying he is. No. Oh, I would never say that. Is in the pantheon of presidents, he might be coming dead last. There's him and what's his name? Stonewall and
Jimmy
Andrew
Carter.
Jackson. Fuck you. Jimmy Carter's not Don't pull that shit with Jimmy. Don't be pulling that shit with Jimmy. But yeah, he's gonna be on the very bottom of this one. I don't think anyone is gonna think that this was a good presidency ever. Like he's probably gonna go out in 4 years of disgrace, you know.
I don't think he's gonna last 4 years, dude. Have you seen him? He's just he's not there, dude.
Well, Kamala Harris, I think, is waiting to take control.
You know, have you heard this theory where they might install Trump as Speaker of the House if the Republicans win? Have you heard about that?
What?
Okay,
well, how would he get? So wouldn't he have to be elected to House?
No. See, that's one of the things that people don't know about the position is that you don't have to be an elected member of Congress to be Speaker of the House.
Oh, yeah. They hire that individual, the one who does all that stuff, right? Or what do you
Yeah,
mean?
they
Speaker?
appoint him.
Yeah.
So they appoint the Speaker of the House, but the Speaker of the House has traditionally been a member of Congress, but it's not the rule.
Oh,
You can
geez.
appoint anybody.
That would be
So
hell. Oh my god.
So yeah, they're saying that if the Republicans win in 2024, that they may appoint Trump as Speaker of the House so he can be in succession to the presidency. With
Oh.
Biden out, naturally, Harris impeached, Trump can become president. I'm not saying that that's the plan or anything, but that's what the sphere is saying. You know,
Man, you motherfuckers don't even have the fucking attention span to understand anything you just fucking said. That's the dumbest fucking shit, dude.
I'm just saying.
Come on, bro.
Dude, I'm not defending. I'm telling.
so
I'm reporting
stupid.
the news here.
It'd be way easier for him to run for president in 2024 than to try to play this this Game of Thrones, or to get to be president. I think he has a greater chance of getting elected in 24, but he's going to be he may have some competition for that.
Yeah,
big time.
I think DeSantis is.
DeSantis might. Yeah, he's got some serious fucking problems coming. But the one thing I do know is everyone from both parties are being paid by one country, and I have to say that was China. So, just to kind of start off this little kick with it for probably our last topic of the first half.
Oh, by the way, here at Skip the Noise, we are not opposed to taking China's money either. We're not. We're not above that.
I knew it.
So if you guys want to give us, if you guys in China want to give us money to promote your propaganda, just I'm right here. Anyway,
fucking Rick, sell this out the first. I can't even say anything yet, but yeah. So China, just to kind of kick off this conversation around China, there's a group called the Evergrande Group, which is a large real estate property developer, and considered the 122nd largest group by revenue in the world, $300 billion in liabilities, has had its credit rating marked down 2 times in the last 7 days. So for people to understand, credit rating is just like your credit score. So let's say you have a 800 credit score, you can get whatever you want. You can get the great APRs, you can get anything you want. Well, let's say they knock you down to about 700. Well, you're still going to get some good stuff, but it's not going to be as low rates. Now, let's say they knock you down to 600.
Ooh.
Next thing you know, you're getting denied for cars, credit cards, everything. Well, that's essentially what happened to Evergrande.
They knocked it back to your college days.
Yep, they knocked it back. They actually knocked it back to their pre-IPO opening in 2009. That's how much money they've lost. So I think it's something around 40% at this point.
And I guess with $300 billion in liabilities, it's about a third of $1 trillion. If they default on those 300 billion, that's going to crush some economies, isn't it?
Oh, dude, it's going to kill lenders, suppliers, small businesses, and millions of home buyers, and a lot of different things, because basically their rating now is that default is imminent of this country, of this country. Well, of the country would be awesome, but of this company. Now, this is a massive Chinese company. It's one of the financial pillars also with its real estate and holdings in China. So this is pretty fucking big deal. This could be, as I was joking when we were doing this text, this could be the first domino.
Dude, I was going to say that. Could this be the beginning of a 2008 financial collapse?
Yep. I mean, and it could be, because they're looking at another. So if you think about it, this is like Enron, but to the size of Halliburton. If Halliburton did that, all the government contracts and type of money, that type of ripple through our economy would be paralyzing. Well, this is that type of company to China. They're just their real estate holdings alone could be defaulted. And, and I'm not trying to throw this out there, but there's several capital firms and venture firms that are buying up homes that are completely backed by this group and by other Chinese interests to, who knows whether there's the nefariousness of that particular scheme or not, but that's all happening.
I
we could see massive collapse.
I'm going to bet that the Chinese government is going to bail them out. They're going to probably take over the company and maybe arrest some of these executives, the lower level ones, not the higher level ones.
Of course not.
The managers, not the bosses. They're probably, I'm thinking that might happen because China does not want to cause, well, I mean, they already caused a pandemic. I don't know if they want to cause a financial collapse of the economy or the world economy. So I don't know. That may happen.
No, I don't think
it may not, dude. It may not. I mean, they caused a pandemic. So
I love how he keeps saying cause a pandemic. Did I mention they caused a pandemic? No, I don't think that's what
pandemic.
This is
say it again.
But so stupid. But this particular company, country, whatever, this is big. So will that, if this is the catalyst to the end of the market, like this is very big, guys. So I would have to say in the next, week, there could be possible serious moves in the market. I know the market looked good today, though. I think there was initial panic.
No, I don't think so, dude.
Then it went back. I thought it broke even.
No, man. I mean, I've been looking at a lot of these index funds that they crashed today.
Oh, index, yes.
The index funds.
But
crashed,
overall,
man.
Dollar Jones, though, the overall volume, wasn't it still pretty good?
I think so. I think it was. I don't know if it was in the red. I didn't even check that.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was thinking.
Let me see here. No, Dow Jones ended up negative 2.7, and Nasdaq actually went up 10 points. S&P's down 1.6.
1.6%?
No, 0.36%.
Oh, okay.
Dow Jones is 0.76%, and the Nasdaq actually went up 0.07. So it's going down. It's going down. It's downward.
Well, what's the overall? Either way, all this combined could really destroy the world economy. I mean, it could destabilize everything. And I hate to break it to you, but all these real estate purchases that they made, it could completely collapse. Well, think about it. If Evergrande, this company, bought, I'm just going to throw out something stupid number, 1 million homes in the United States, and they defaulted. Imagine all of a sudden 1 million homes hitting the market today.
That would be phenomenal.
No, it would
for me.
It would, right, but it would crash the market. Think about
That's good.
Imagine, a massive dude. Dude, I'm not.
You and I
live in River Oaks.
Would live in River Oaks.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. And I'd roll up, I'd get a system and just like bump and just look hood as fuck, dude. It would be great. It'd be great. But
you'd be shot.
No, I would be immediately. But this is where I'm talking about, though, right? This is where this could possibly happen. So I if you look at the cascading of financial events, major finance buyer over here, probably owns, no, I wouldn't say 1 million, but a lot of American properties, they all hit the market. That could drive down things to a crazy amount. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's people asking for, 35% more than what their house is appraised for.
Yeah. And now these loans that the people are getting, I mean, what they pay for the house is not worth it. Yeah, it's a bubble. That's what it is.
It's a massive bubble.
It's a bubble.
And that's where I'm kind of like, well, things could get kind of fucked up, right? I mean, that's where we're kind of heading.
But think about it. I mean, home prices are extremely high right now. They come crashing down back to earth. Might be a good thing, man.
No,
for the average American buyer.
We need that, right? We need this.
that.
I agree. This needs to happen. But the problem is there's so much money tied up in real estate right now because several large companies also follow that same schema. Well, imagine if the real estate market crashed rather quickly before them being able to evacuate all of their properties. Because a lot of people bought into the real estate market seeing how much it grew over the last year.
Well, they better start selling now.
Well, no, but think about it. If it all came crashing down, that's billions, trillions gone. So that's what I'm saying. So something like this could be the beginning of the economic cascade because Moody's has just upgraded their prediction for the correction factor for the market. And now they're saying 15%.
What's normal for
No.
listeners?
So the correction would be 15% less. So they believe that our market should be 15% less value than what it is currently.
Wow.
So in their estimation, that's when they think the correction will go back to normal. And then you can be, I always forget the terms, bullish or whatever with the market. Bearish, which would be bearish because you're going to be eating everything up. But you know what I'm saying? Because at that low point, when it actually smashes, that's when you buy everything. So they believe that the real value is at a 15% correction.
I'm telling you, man. Anyone who has some money saved up, start. Anyone who wants to buy a house, buy gold. That's a good idea.
Buy gold, because when shit gets, I'll tell you one thing: when shit goes fucked up, everyone loves nice shiny shit, and they want to hold it. So, dude, buy gold, do something, because man, that's just for real. You know what I'm saying? That's
nice
when things happen. So, I just, it's just crazy with China.
We need something like this to reset the economy, though.
Oh,
in a good way.
God.
We do,
dude. You sound like that guy who, the bad guy in some movie you sound like Thanos. Like Thanos, when he snapped the finger, half the universe died because it was gonna make the universe more balanced. That's
exactly.
Right, but that murder of half the population was what?
Well, I mean, they were kind of in the way, so
pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. So
anyway,
that being said, I think we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna probably cool the jet. So if you got to go pee, whatever you got to do, just go ahead and enjoy yourself. And I think we're gonna have some super vivacious tunes crafted or relayed by the astral plane master himself, Benjamin James. So we'll see y'all in a minute. And we're back to talk. Back to talk about something fucked up, to really see how much we can piss everyone off while Benjamin James is gone in our absence. So
he's not here to tell us it's wrong.
No, he's not.
He's like Chucky Finster from Rugrats.
Well, Rugrats, fucking guy. But we're gonna talk about. So while this abortion topic going on, one of the interesting aspects is what you're seeing from the trans community. And this is, I definitely don't want to
piss off trans people
or anybody. I'm not trying to be insultive but rather practice this as a thinking exercise.
But
they want to be included in the abortion debate. And there are people that are trying to say, well, don't do anything that will alienate the trans supporters. But abortion innately is a completely, biological female situation here, right? So how does that all play in?
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I guess to me, if trans women played it as a supporter, but I think they wanted to also be recognized as their rights also. You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's
have you not been listening to your side? Your side has been saying men can have periods too.
Hey,
men can have pregnant too.
Dude.
What?
Dude, there's some men that have that problem. Okay. Maybe they have hemorrhoids. But in the end,
right.
But you know what I'm saying? I mean, what do you think about it? I mean, apparently, and I'm not trying to piss anybody off, but how does this work? How does this work?
I think it's all fun and games until the abortion issue comes up, and then it's a woman's right to choose. No one ever says it's a birth giver's right to choose, or they don't say.
It definitely messes with the brand. Definitely messes with the brand of the statement.
It really does. It's not a birth giver's right to choose. It's a woman's right to choose, right? So all these stupid liberal politicians who are speaking against the abortion law are not using the right wording. You see, we're in the 21st century now, and their constituency now demands that they use the term birth giver, just like chest feeder.
Chest feeder.
Okay.
I told you about chest feeder too.
Yeah, you did. You did. And he showed me the video, which is disgusting.
Chest feeder.
I wish I hadn't seen that, man. Seriously.
Yeah, I know. Bad
I
things.
I don't know why you had to show me that, man. You should have just kept it to yourself.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to send it to you every year around Christmas time.
That might help, actually.
Yeah, every year at Christmas time, just you just feel a piece of your soul chipped away every time you check it out. So continue. So
anyway, I'm just saying the politicians nowadays are not being very respectful to their constituency. They should be saying it's a birth giver's right to choose. Whatever. But anyway, that's where they're going with that.
Okay.
But hey, tell us about the march. What's going on?
Well, I think, of course, in October 2nd, there's going to be a march. And I think there's a lot of coordination amongst different women's groups and supporters.
You mean birth givers groups?
Okay. Birth givers groups. Yes. Birth givers groups, the chest feeders. It's their particular march regarding this whole abortion situation going on here in Texas. So, I mean, it's a good thing that if you can come check it out, it's going to be October 2nd in Austin, Texas. I don't have all the information, but yeah.
Well, I mean, if there's a good thing that came out of this whole situation is that people from Portland will no longer be visiting Texas.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah. You heard about that? That shit's so stupid.
People from Portland, Oregon will no longer be visiting the great state of Texas over here. So we don't have to worry about that anymore.
That's the dumbest fucking thing. I forgot someone. I was talking to someone. And they told me like, "Oh, hey, well, Portland's not going to allow their people to come to Texas." I was like, "When has there ever been a dependence on Texas and tourism? I mean, nobody fucking comes to Texas for tourism, right?
No.
I mean, it's fucking hot here. It's hot as hell. Our beaches are not crystal; they're brown." And to be honest with you, if you drive towards West Texas, it's the same fucking landscape for 9 hours. So there's nothing very touristy about us. So to think that, we're worried about fucking like not having Portland come here, that was fucking hilarious. I love how they think it's some type of actual protest, but it's nothing at all. Because they are talking about boycotting Texas.
Who?
No.
Portland.
No. A couple of corporations already have. Some people have already started saying we're not going to do this in Texas. We're not going to do that in Texas. So there has been a little bit of movement like that. So, that possibly is kind of on its way.
What are you going to do when Texas is a business friendly state? You love the money. I mean, are you really going to say anything about it?
No, I get you, but I don't think they're going to be able to not do it, because remember in the beginning with a lot of like the movements of the last couple of years, it always started like that, right? And it just kind of rose to fever. This could be what it is, man.
Well, okay, so when Georgia passed their voting law, you had a lot of corporations come out and speak against it very quickly and forcefully on Twitter and this and that. You haven't heard that yet from corporations about this abortion law here in Texas.
No, dude, it's just starting to hit. But there have been some businesses that are saying we're not going to do business with Texas. There's going to also be some national anti-Texas days. Like it's kind of, it's kind of fucked. I mean, in a way. I mean, I'm not saying that it's necessarily going to do anything, but this could, if they get enough public support behind it, you could see some corporations and some companies saying, well, we're not going to do business here if this is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, they might say that, or they might be like, damn, those taxes look really good. We may just say we're against it, but we can't move out of the state yet.
Well, but they may not. But they may, just the threat of them moving out of the state will sway policy, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think so. I think if they say, hey, man, we're really thinking about bailing, and enough companies say that, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the congressmen they're paying off every year. So I don't know, dude. I mean, it could sway a lot of power when it comes to that. At least
mean, I
maybe even
think-
enough to take down Abbott if it's bad enough.
I don't think they're going to go anywhere. I think they're going to wait to the elections, and then they might decide.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But on,
we'll
on
see.
the plus side, Rosanna Arquette, who's an American actress,
Yes,
film
she
director, and film
Yeah.
producer,
is. Ooh.
has decided not to do any more movies here in Texas. And
This
so we
is-
are
this is
extremely
extreme.
hurt.
This
This
is
is
extreme.
too much for us here in the state of Texas
Oh my
to
God.
even fathom. I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, we should definitely just go. We should join this march and just say, look, stop this abortion nonsense. We want Rosanna Arquette back here filming immediately.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I'm just saying.
This
we're
is
gonna lose
fucking
a
awesome.
national treasure here.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, no. Something may do it. You never know. You may this is interesting, but yeah, dude, that's crazy. That's fucking hilarious. Fucking the city of Portland is banning. That's just fucking madness. They're just boycotting travel. That's nuts. And this whole abortion thing though, this could be bad for Texas. Like I'm saying, man, this may not be so good.
I mean, I think it's going to be bad for the Republicans. I think it will. I don't think it's gonna.
Do you think this is enough to crush them in the midterms?
I think so. I think it's
Man,
gonna.
This is a spooky one. This one could be really bad for you on the midterms.
Oh, I think so too. I think they've riled up the left of the state of Texas, and I think they
Yes.
actually pushed some independents to the left, and even some conservatives like myself who I guess now identify as libertarian. I mean, I think they moved along without me. I'm now libertarian.
I love how you're libertarian now. I love you saying I've moved on.
The right has passed me by, and I'm still stuck in the same spot. So now I'm
I told
libertarian.
you. Welcome to my world. I saw the left go fucking down the block, like fucking, jumped in a car, smoking crack cocaine, heading down a fucking tunnel, bro. Like, you're just beginning to get passed by. I was passed by so fucking long ago. I don't even know what to say. It was like, oh my God. It was like seeing that fucking spaceship from Spaceballs going plaid. Like that was me watching the fucking Democratic Party go away. So fucking welcome to the party. Welcome to the fucking party.
I gotta imagine that Nancy Pelosi being Lord Helmet. Stop.
Exactly. Bro, that's what I saw.
Slow down. We got us too fast. Bullshit.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen. When you see him hit that. Anyone got
He
smoked?
flies it to the wall.
Yeah, smoke him if you got him. Dude, he was out. But yeah. So welcome to where I'm at, because I've seen the left go just bonkers. So yeah, so you're getting there. You're getting there.
Yeah.
It could be pushing. It could push independence. I really thought that with how senile Biden has been, that this would have basically sealed the midterms for the Republicans. But this particular, they were dumb. This literally killed that.
It did.
This is going to rile up the female vote big time.
I mean, all they had to do was sit back and watch this shit happen. And they decided to, for some reason or another, pursue this.
Yep.
They didn't have to.
Same thing with the gun bill. It did not have to be done. But they just said, fuck it. We don't care what anybody else. We're going all in, because I really think that this guy thought that Abbott thinks that he's going to be the next president. I think he went all in and said, I'm not only Trump, I'm super Trump. I'm not only that, but I actually read the Bible. I'm going all in. Dude, I really think he's rolling into it. I mean, it's happening.
You know how, Tropic Thunder? That's the famous quote. You never go full retard.
Nope. And he's doing it.
He went full retard, man.
No, he's going full retard Plaid to throw in Spaceballs again, because he's gone even further than retard. I mean, he's gone like out there, bro.
He went all in.
Yeah, dude, he's gone. No, I don't even think the existence of what he was before is around anymore. He just went out there. So I really think that that little fucker wants to go all in, man. He wants to win.
But it doesn't make any sense. He should know that this country is not just far right. It's there's middle, there's libertarian, independents. There's conservative Democrats. I mean,
not anymore.
This dude just went all in.
Not anymore. And
there's no way he's ever going to win a nomination. No way.
Oh, I bet he wins it. I bet he might. Yep, yeah, he can win it. He can win it. He's from Texas, which will be seen by the whole conservative right as the place that did it.
No, but
yeah,
I guess.
Bro, this is scary, man. I'm telling you. We might see, the Antichrist.
There's no way he wins the national election, though.
You never know.
I don't think so.
Or he could take maybe Senate seat.
Maybe. I don't know.
That could be the ascension. He could really stand up to be president there. But I mean,
wait,
I've been dropping these this whole time. I said he could be rolling on too. You just didn't catch him.
I gotta go back to listen to the tape.
Dude, I was like, he could be rolling through, and you're like, yeah. I was like, God damn it! I'm waiting for this fucker to catch this. But this could be it, man. This could be where I think our governor is going for it. I think he's become I don't know, dude. He's kind of power hungry. You ever see that speech where he says, we have the fourth largest economy in the world or something? That makes me more powerful than Russia. You're just like, what? No. Like, he's kind of scary, bro.
Oh no.
He might be that guy. He might be the guy that goes like rogue. You gotta be careful with Abbott. I've been telling you, bro. Telling you, this guy's fucked up.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Texas needs like a Cornyn. Texas needs like a just a straight normal Republican, not what this guy's become.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna really consider other candidates, on both sides now.
Yes,
on both sides, I have to.
I don't think I think this puts it at play. I still think he will win.
No,
I don't
think so.
I think so. I think the Texas is sewed up until, gerrymandering is going to definitely lock it in. So yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't see him losing.
Maybe we need like another Ann Richards or something,
We always need another Ann Richards. Ann Richards was the scariest human being ever born. She was old school. If there was a problem, she took you out later on. She'll smile to your face, and then as soon as you walk by, you realize there's a knife in your back. But she did everything for Texas. She was straight up. She was a great governor, but I just don't see it. I just don't see a Democrat that's that good. A strong Democrat. I mean, I don't really know very many of the ones down in San Antonio and South Texas, but I can't really even think of a Democrat coming out of Houston, except for
Bill White.
Yeah. Well, even then, you don't want him. He's gonna lose. He's already tried. He's already run down that thing, and he got smashed. But there's what's his name? That Alton Conrad. He's over here in Dallas Fort Worth area. He was a former NFL football player. Anyways, he won over here. And he's kind of in the middle-ish. He's definitely not. He definitely kind of toes part of the party line, but I think he's more of a moderate. If he could do something cool, there's a possibility he could become up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't see anyone else really coming up, man. I don't. So I just don't see anyone that could beat him personality-wise or past achievements-wise. I mean, the Republicans would have to eat themselves.
They are.
But it's scary now. But but the Republicans coming after him are calling him weak. They're saying he's not conservative enough.
What? No way.
Yeah, yes. Several of them are just talking about how he's just not conservative enough. I think someone were talking about how he even dealt with a bunch of stuff. You're like, what? No. That you got real right of him running also.
Right of him. Wow.
Yes. Yeah. I don't even know what that eventually becomes left. You're just so right. It becomes a circle. I mean, because it just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, man, there's people saying that he's not right enough.
Hey, who's also pretty extreme out there? Australia.
Oh, yeah.
With their COVID lockdowns, man.
This one. Fuck, yeah, dude. They're getting gangster. I heard, well, I was listening to Rogan again. Someone was talking about it. You basically have to spend 2 weeks in a hotel. The government pays for it, puts you there. And
It's not a hotel, man.
Well,
it's a concentration
hotel.
camp.
It's a hotel. You spend 2 weeks and you cannot leave the room. If you leave the room, you get arrested. You can order your food. They'll give you your food. They'll do all that stuff. But if you leave the room, you can be arrested. It's like a fucking crime. Yeah, man. That's kind of spooky.
I have a friend who lives in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This friend posts on Facebook all the time. And she has a little girl, and a husband or whatever. And she was happy because her husband came back from 2 weeks of quarantine. Oh, hubby's home from 2 weeks of quarantine. Well, who put your husband in quarantine and where? Like, where the hell was he? And how is this normal to you? I was just like, did someone actually take him out of his house and put him in some facility somewhere so he can be quarantined? And now he's home, like some sort of like a prisoner who just came home from 2 weeks in jail. How is this normal? And how do you people allow it? I don't know, man. If I want to be quarantined, I want to be stuck at home, I with my kids and my wife. I don't want to be stuck somewhere.
Well, no, and also I think they're basically mandatory vaccinations, a lot that's going on. I guess they're showing a lot of these counter protests by Australians that are basically being, I guess as they're trying to hint to their narrative, because a lot of people say shit, but they're trying to hint to their narrative that the people that are speaking out against the vaccine are being oppressed and suppressed accordingly to try to get compliance. So yeah, it looks pretty crazy out there. Right now that's the number one call for why people keep saying this. If you give up your guns, you become Australia. Have you heard that?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I've actually made a comment on YouTube.
Yeah, so that's happening. Fucking Rick. God, you and your YouTube comments, but
that's right.
But that's where I think that's happening right there. Is that so? I don't know, man. I don't know. What do you think?
The thing is, and some of the so I watched the stuff on YouTube also. I think it's Sky News, the Australian channel.
Yeah,
and people seem to be pretty tolerant of this behavior from their government. And some of the commentary that I've seen is like, well, maybe it goes back to their whole penal colony days where they used to be treated like prisoners.
Oh my God.
Because people are okay with this.
Bro, we were a penal colony too. Okay.
Whatever it takes to slow the spread, I guess. But the government's fine. I guess whatever, they know better than we do. And they're okay with this. Okay, well. Of course, you got your renegade Australians who probably weren't part of the penal colony.
Oh, shrimps on there, Barbie.
Exactly. But for the majority of people are okay with it. And I don't get it. We hear in America, we're like, wow, that's messed up. How can they allow that to happen? But in Australia, they're seemingly okay with it, I guess.
Well, okay, so maybe you can look at it both ways, right? Maybe they're for the most part educated enough to trust in their science system, right? Because if you look at Australia, they haven't had some of the medical mishaps that the United States government has done to us. Everything from the Tuskegee experiment to things like that. The United States government, when it comes to medicine, has kind of been shady, right? Yeah. I don't think Australians have that distrust of their government. So I don't think it's necessarily a belief. I just believe it's just an acculturation of the government. What I'm saying? Their government hasn't fucked them up as much as ours has fucked us up. What I'm saying? So I think it's different.
Maybe.
But nonetheless, I think that's where their compliance comes from. But I think nonetheless, their situation though is kind of scary. I mean, I think they're talking about like they're not necessarily drones, but they're talking about like these checks that you have to do, computerized systems. It is kind of spooky. I mean, and the vaccine passport thing is, a big part of that.
But nobody's talking about what the ends look like. What are the final results that's going to say, okay, enough is enough? Where does it end? Nobody ever talks about that.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, okay, these new things are coming up, 14-day quarantines, lockdowns. What are they trying to see? Are they trying to see 0 cases? Or are they trying to see I mean, where does it end?
Well, it doesn't end, right? I mean, and
So
not,
are they going to have they
ends.
accepted this as life now? Is this life in Australia? And do the people know this?
Bro, everyone. I mean, there's like a subreddit. Like, there's a couple of different ones. One of them is no new normal, right? That's the conservative one. And then there's another one that's just the new normal. I mean, people can fight as much as they can, but this might be the new way life is. I mean, we have something that's going to continue to spread. I'm sorry, and this is whether you took the vaccine or not. This shit's going to keep coming. And that's where we're running into a real reality, is this thing just likes to mutate, and maybe it doesn't, but maybe something else comes back. We're kind of stuck in this, right?
Maybe if it mutates to something that doesn't hurt anyone,
but
then it's over.
But that won't. There's no over for something that
it won't, like, because we won't let it.
Because we're not. Well, but see, how do you vaccinate against something that can mutate like that? And then at the same time, did the flu vaccine ever really work?
No.
I mean, does it 100%?
No, so, it's like 50%.
Right. No, if that. I mean, I've seen as low as 25, 30%.
Wow.
But in the end, it's effective. It does help some people. 100. That does happen. But we have to be used to the fact that this transmission, this stuff just doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. And this might not be a forever thing, but that's why they're talking about pill treatments for this stuff, that you're like, oh, got COVID, let me go CVS and grab me some type of COVID medication that can take over the counter, because this is how common it is.
So 2 vaccines, a booster, twice a daily tablets, and a quarantine is what they want the people to submit to.
Well, no, I don't think they want the people to submit to that. I think that's the only thing that's going to stop this thing.
Okay, so here's the
thing. But I don't want it. I'm not saying whether that's good or bad. I'm just saying, in all honesty, we literally have to completely shut down for this thing to go away. And the fucked up part is it's going to come back.
Okay, here's the thing now. You can go either way with this. You can either go full Australia, right? Where you change life for everybody for the worse. People don't have liberties anymore. You got people who are living in fear. Or you could go the other way of complete laissez-faire, okay? And you just accept the fact that the life expectancy has now decreased.
Oh, shit.
You're used to.
Oh, my God.
Okay? Instead of people living to be 80 or 90 years old now, they're going to be like 60, 50 because of this new virus.
Fucking Rick.
What? People get to live their lives normally, but life expectancy has now shrank.
Oh boy.
And that's a part of life now until it increases again.
Oh boy. So now we're living to the great human die-off.
I'm not saying that. It's just that the life expectancy hasn't always been 90 or 100.
Right. I get you.
Human history. It's always been 40 to 60 at the most.
Well, I get
you. Right?
No, I get you. So maybe this is the event that brings it back down.
This is the event that brings it back down.
Oh, terrifying. Why couldn't it wait till after I was 80 or 90 until I broke the curve?
I don't want to live that long, man. You know what? I'm good with living to about 70, maybe 80.
I want 80s.
I don't want to shit my pants. I don't want to be like Biden, man.
Well, you're going to shit your pants anyways. You're going to shit your pants anyways.
I don't want to be like Biden.
Dude, you're going to have a poster of him in your fucking old folks home, like right next to your bed. I want to be like Biden. It's going to be fucking great, dude.
I know how I want to go.
Huh.
Mountain of Coke. Bunch of hookers around me.
It was always going to be the Mountain of Coke. It was never going to not be the Mountain of Coke. You want to go
Mountain of Coke has to be there.
You're like the Mexican Tony Montana. You want to go out just like with strippers every day, like you have cocaine, like your hair is just coked. Your hair, you just look like dog shit, like laid out, no shirt on.
I want my Social Security money to be laid out all over the room.
Yep. You're sweating so bad because of your heart attack from your fucking coke use that day.
There we go.
Oh my, you're just popping Viagra's, your fucking light sockets. You're going all in, bro. But
anyway, I think this COVID thing, a society can take it either way. They can go full Australia and make people's lives miserable for the rest of their lives and generations over them, or the life expectancy can just decrease and people can accept that part too.
I'll tell you one thing. you have the shittiest options. Like, I hope you're never a superhero, because whatever decision you make is gonna fuck everything up. It's like, well,
those are the only two options.
no, there's got to be another one. There has to be something.
A middle ground.
Yes, but we're not finding that because lockdowns maybe have to be necessary.
Why?
Because that may be the only thing that kind of keeps the population from doing stupid shit.
No, lockdowns are not necessary, because if you are a society that chooses to live your life as normally as possible for you and your children, but you can accept that you may not live as long.
Right, but that's
fine.
But that's not being explained to these people. These people are just like, I just want to live my life. But if you told these same motherfuckers, let's say we came out and said, guys, every time you catch COVID, you lose 2 years of life.
Okay.
Right. Every time.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to be like, hey, I'm smoking. Now I'm losing 7 years of life with every cigarette.
Those motherfuckers are going to go running in and getting whatever. So I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just saying we have options. I'm just saying you can either live a long, miserable life, or you can live a short, normal life. What do you want? They're all going to pick the long, miserable life because fuck, yes, they are, dude. They're going to be like, wait, I'm going to lose 2 years of my shitty life for that? No fucking way, dude. No man, I'm going to be like, more time.
I want my short, normal life. I want to live till 60, but I had the most awesome normal life ever. I got to travel. I didn't get to wear a mask everywhere I went.
But when you turn 60, you're going to be like, man, I kind of want to suffer a little bit. No, dude, it's time, bro. It's time. No one gives up time. So I don't think so. I think
maybe our listeners can chime in on this. What do you guys want? Normal, short life, or long, miserable one?
Oh, that sounds hot.
There we go.
Oh, do we have? Hey, I was gonna say, are we gonna do our letters today or no?
Yeah, I think, what do we have, like 5 minutes left?
I think we got like a couple minutes. So like this will be our new segment. This is Skip the Noise, the listeners mailbox. So we're gonna see what's going on. So let's see if we can pull one up. Let's see. You got pulled up over there, senor?
I don't know. Let me see here.
Yeah, we gotta get into the emails.
Yeah, I don't have the email
around. Yeah, it'd be nice if we had more than that. Apparently not getting the participation we wanted, but let's see. As you can tell, we did plenty of homework before doing this.
No, we usually Benjamin handles this for us.
Yeah, we kind of shitty at this.
We were doing this before Benjamin decided to go on a hiatus here.
There's that short one from Gina K in Akron. And the title was pretty, I think the title is what grabs me. They want the brown python to cuck. Huh. Let's go into the body of this. Open up the email, and oh boy, she really wants you to. Whoa, it's a lot going on there. I think the intention of this letter is I think they want you to they want to watch you, bro. They kind of want to watch you. I think this couple wants to watch you with the female component of this couple. They didn't really listen to the relationship help part of this email of what we were asking.
More of a request than an actual relationship.
Yeah. So I guess, but if we're putting this into the arena, is the brown python available to be the cucker? I mean, how does this work?
Well, you know what? I've often been asked, this a few times. It's not new to me. But I've been having a charge for that kind of thing. It's not free.
Heard it from the man himself.
It's just it's not free. It used to be, and then I was giving too much, and I was like, let me just make some money off this. So you guys want to just
I got you. You're like that college athlete that didn't quite make it to the pros, but was pretty big in college. You're signing memorabilia. Try to get through that shit.
You're Johnny Manziel.
I know. Right? Yeah, exactly. You're Johnny Manziel right this moment with that.
Well, if you guys have any actual advice requests, just
Yeah.
Give us another shout out.
Not
right?
not cucks. Okay. Rick's
we don't do
cucking
cucks.
service is just not gonna work. So we'll go get some more next week. I think that one was enough to, I mean, dude, that picture she sent was definitely excited. So your premonition, yep, that's exactly, that picture was crazy. I mean, I don't know how many people she wanted to have watch you, but it was definitely an audience. You would have been cheered. You would have been like Gladiator.
No, man, I can't do that.
Yeah, bro. You would have been the Gladiator. You would have said, "Are you not entertained?"
Are you not entertained?
With that,
Nice.
I think we're gonna send this one on back. I think Benjamin James is gonna be handling this with some amazing outro from some great person that has been helping us out throughout this little journey. If you guys, please send us a email. I think Ben will plug it at the end of this one. And also please hit us up on Instagram. We definitely want to hear from y'all. And if you have some topic suggestions, let us know. All right. Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good night. And from the Mexican Nostradamus and the Brown Python, say farewell and good evening.
Vámonos.
Benjamin James here with a little message from the astral plane. I am part of the process, not part of the problem. I am indeed looking for the nectar. I am indeed facing sunward. I am indeed 3 steps removed from the primary poem of which this message was evolved in all its magnitude. My situation is indeed progressing positively, people might ask, in all caps. So no partners in crime on the mend. My vitals are supernatural. Your mind may be super sensitive. Now's not the time nor the place for that whole shit. Just a reminder, as always, shout out to Mike Tacklebox and Jeremy Masters for the musical vibesphere. Shout out to Mexican Nostradamus and the Brown Python for holding down the program in my absence. And you can find yours truly, Benji the Backwards Alphabet, on the Astrogram if you're in the mood to do something heroic, or if you're still vibrating on that lower level landlubber bullshit. Our email is skipthenoisepodcast@gmail.com. And Instagram is at skip_the_noise_podcast. Y'all have a great week. Bye.